So solving equations with brackets. So if we have a look at this equation here, so we know it's an equation because we have this equal sign. And remember, whatever's on the left hand side balances whatever's on the right hand side. That's why it's equal. But notice in this particular equation we have two sets of brackets. So what we need to be comfortable with is removing the brackets and then solving for x. Now also as well we have x's on both sides. So we need to be able to tackle this kind of a problem. So the first thing you want to do is when you have brackets like this, you want to remove the brackets. How do you do that? Well, you take the number that's on the outside and you multiply it by each of the terms that's on the inside. So if we have a look at the first set of brackets here, we want to get rid of the brackets by multiplying each of the terms inside by 2. So what does that look like? So it's going to be 2 multiplied by x, which will give me 2x. 2 multiplied by plus 2, which gives me plus 4. So notice the way now I've removed the brackets and this is what I have. And now I can do the same here. So minus 3 multiplied by x gives me minus 3x. And then minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, and these are both negative integers. So like signs give plus, so a negative multiplied by a negative gives me plus 9 should I say, plus 9 is equal to x plus 7. Okay, so what we've done is we've removed the brackets by multiplying the terms that are on the inside of the bracket by the number that's on the outside. So 2 by x gives me 2x, 2 by plus 2 gives me plus 4, and then here minus 3 by x gives me minus 3x, minus 3 by minus 3 gives me plus 9, is equal to x plus 7. Now what we want to do is we want to simplify this, or we want to, like, it's what's called an expanded expression now. So we want to simplify it by adding up or collecting up the like terms. So if we have a look at this, so we can see we have 2x here. So what's the like term? What's similar to 2x? We have minus 3x. So we can collect these two together. So if I have 2x and a minus 3x, that's going to leave me with minus x. Minus x. And then if I'm on plus 4 and I'm plus 9, that's going to leave me with plus 13. Is equal to x plus 7. Now what I can start to do is I can start to, so we have an x on both sides of the equal sign, so we need to bring the x's on the right hand side over here to the left hand side. So how do I do that? So I can take this value for x and I can minus x. Okay, so that gets rid of it here on the left hand side, or the right hand side should I say, and then if I minus x from this side, I have to minus x from this side as well. Okay, so then if I'm on minus x, if I'm on minus x and then I minus another x, that leaves me with minus 2x plus 13 is equal to, so plus x minus x will just cancel out, is equal to 7. Okay, so we're nearly there. So the next step then is I want to get rid of all the numbers around x, starting with the ones furthest away. So I can start to get rid of this 13 here. So this is plus 13, so I have to do the opposite of addition, which is subtract. So I have to minus 13 from this side. And again, if I minus 13 from one side, I have to minus 13 from the other. So that's minus 13 here. So these two are cancelled out. So plus 13 minus 13 just leaves you with 0. And you're going to be on minus 2x is equal to 7 minus 13. So that leaves me with minus 6. And then the last step then is, so I have this minus 2 in front of the x. Now, what I need to do is I want to end up with a positive value for x. You never want to end up with a negative value for x. So what I can do is I can divide both sides by -2. Okay, so if I divide this by -2, and I divide this side by -2, so -2 divided by -2, so they're like signs, so the answer is going to be positive. That will just leave me with x is equal to -6 divided by -2 will just leave me with positive 3. So x then is equal to 3. So that is equations that have brackets. So how do you remove the brackets? Well, you have to multiply the number that's on the outside of the bracket by all of the terms that are on the inside of the bracket. When you have an x value on both, then you can simplify, which is what we've done here. And then when you have an x on both sides, you bring all the x's over to the left hand side. And then what you want to do is solve for x. So that's working with or solving equations that have brackets.